Greetings, class. This is going to be the introductory video to how we will continue our term. As you all know by now, have been thoroughly made aware of, we have a pandemic virus that's been spreading around the world, and that the best way to respond and mitigate the impacts, the deadly impacts of this dangerous virus, is through social distancing. As a result, uh, our campus, as well as most other colleges and universities, and eventually all of them, if not already, will have moved from having face-to-face classes to being administered online, and this will be done in a variety of ways, and we'll incorporate as many of those as possible. We'll have online discussions that will be conducted through the Zoom platform, and I will present brief lectures on each of the remaining quick write assignments so that you will get that response. We'll do our best to stick to the same assignment schedule aside from the delays that are now built in with the 1 week transition. So we'll do it as best as we can. As I say, it's really hard to build the airplane while you're flying it, but we'll transition. I will do my best to make sure that I deliver all of the same quality instruction that I would have in the classroom. And actually, I hope to go above and beyond and really make the most out of this opportunity. And again, we should think about this as an opportunity. We can learn a lot about ourselves and about humanity by examining what happens in our responses in crisis, disaster, tragedy, and conflict. Many of us will experience different kinds of conflicts than we normally would as a result of the conditions imposed both by what is needed to be done in social distancing to respond to and mitigate the impacts, the harmful and deadly impacts of this deadly virus, as well as the conditions that are changing. Economics are impacted. Many of us who were gainfully employed before are going to either be less employed or unemployed by this. So there's a number of impacts, and we won't necessarily know all of the answers by the end of the term. But we can think about this, we can explore it, and by developing strategic responses in advance, we'll actually come out better than we would have if we were just completely surprised, came into without a plan or any idea about what to expect. In terms of expectations, like I said and have messaged before, you should expect the same thing out of the class. I treat the syllabus as your contract. I don't want you to feel like you have in any way an increased workload. That said, I understand that the conditions that each of us are experiencing are going to make it more difficult or challenging to be productive in many cases. It's hard to spend considerable amounts of time reading and writing and so forth. So as those conditions arise for any of you, please keep me informed. I've already had students reach out to me and indicate how job tasks are changing. So the request has already been made that some of our Zoom conferencing could happen at times that would be different from the traditional class hours. So I'll put out a doodle and see what the best meeting time will be. And those who can't meet with the group at that time, we can come up with alternative arrangements. Anyway, we'll all work together. We'll come out of this as strong and knowledgeable as possible. And as I said at the beginning of the term, I do look forward to the time we spend together, and I expect this to be a really, really nice opportunity for all of us.